Okay, I give up. I understand. I have spent the better part of, like, all day just searching for a Reaper, a Lich, a Gambler, or a Yorkshire run to show off more of the legendary skulls because besides maybe Mummy and Gargoyle and Warrior, who also won't show up for me, I've covered a lot of the most affected skulls so far, but another one that's been affected that I'm now using is Sword. Because what happened with Sword was he was changed into an all-magic skull, which makes me very happy. You see, the majority of his changes were that the chance for him to bleed someone is increased, along with the bleed duration and damage. When he swaps, when he's in his unique and legendary forms, the damage on those swaps have been increased, and Rusty Piercer, Triple Pierce have both been changed into magical abilities, as well as they got damage increases, but also like some cooldown tweaks. Our good friend Sawblade Slash has had a cooldown reduction of 4 seconds, meaning it's even more spammable now, but it did get a damage reduction to try and, you know, compensate and make things a little bit more even. I'm okay with that. And as far as Tetanus is concerned, yeah, I really don't care about Tetanus too much. It still doesn't work on bosses, to my knowledge. It doesn't really do much. Doesn't matter. But what we do have is the new and improved all-magic sword. We have Frost Skull here for moral support, and I did a chest room, you know, with all the chests in the room. I did that and got an infinite bone. We did find a mage's necklace and a basic staff. We're moving into the Yggdrasil fight. This is looking to be a pretty fast, pretty powerful, pretty ridiculous speed-through run with all sorts of magic and badassery, and I swear if any of those legendary skulls show up during this run, oh, I will be so unhappy about it. I'll be so sad. But I am waiting to get you guys some gargoyle action. I think by the time you see this video in particular, it's probably going to be like Monday my time, which means I will have gone through the majority of the stream weekend. I'll be playing a lot of Skull on stream over the weekend, and I'm thinking by then we may have found some good runs to show off for some of the other Skulls. So maybe some stream videos coming out as well. Who knows? Did I miss? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because the power of infinite bone is on our side, and we get extra chances. Now, give me the tree seed. Give me the seed so that I can have a really stupidly fun... the dagger's not that bad. I was gonna say, give me the seed so I can have a really dumb, fun magic sword run, but it's fine, it's fine. Now we can upgrade the sword boy to rare. I'm like 2 fragments short. No, 12 fragments short. I'm an idiot. 12 short of getting any higher, but that's fine. We'll get to at least unique by the time we get to the second adventurer fight, which is fine. Let me swap out into Frost real quick so we can get that fat swap back in to Sword, because one of the big changes for Sword is his bleed damage got a boost. Let me bleed these big dudes over here. Now look at that bleed ticking on big man right here. It is nice. Is it still the best thing in the world? Nah, not really. We're still not very fussed on damage over time effects in Skull. Maybe one day we will get a big buff to it, allowing it to affect bosses, which would genuinely make damage over time effects really, really strong. And in addition to affecting enemies, stacking. So the more you hit an enemy with a bleed or a poison effect, the more damage it will do over time, you know? If you could get a ramping damage over time effect on a boss, that'd be kind of amazing. I would genuinely really love that as a mechanic. But as far as everything else is concerned, these dudes are just dying to the power of the Sawblade. The almighty Sawblade, Ceremonial Dagger. Of course the game gives me Sea Dagger in here, because why would it not? Of course the game is going to pass me the almighty Demonomicon, because why would it not? Of course the game would make me sell 2 items, why would it not? It doesn't matter, we can sell the standard sword, because the standard sword is some stupid poopy physical item, and we no longer need any of that. Not for our secondary attacks, not for any of it. The days of Sword Skull being a hybrid boy are well and truly behind us. He is all magic now, which I find incredible. Like, just consider this for a second. Besides Tetanus and Sawblade, Rusty Piercer and Triple Poke were physical skills. The only real magical thing he had was Sawblade. But it's like, because Sawblade has this, like, legacy as being such a fun, powerful skill, they're like, you know what? They seem to like magic sword. Let's just make sword magic. And here we are. I find that incredible. I'm constantly being blown away by how... Oh, yes, Predator's gonna be a nice worthy sacrifice. I love how they're aware. They're like tuned in to like the little Skul community, and you know all the silly things that they say and do. It's like, yeah, these guys kind of really like death trap. Let's just give them a constant death trap. Oh yeah, these guys really like Swordblade Slash. Let's just make sword magical. It's kind of crazy. Oh, he died anyway to the Demonomicon's necromancy effect. I was racing down there to get him. That sucks. For all of us. Oh, he didn't see it coming. Oh, he didn't see it coming. Well, actually, he got a really good chance to see me about to drop down. Of course, Mummy shows up now. Of course, Mummy shows up now. Why would Mummy not show up now? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. What does matter is that I hit this ma'am with all the destructive force of a billion frozen tundras and bleeding sword boys. There, have this. Bleed and suffer, be sore-bladed, be frozen, die. Paul, Mara, and Nox? Nah. Down they go, die. Now we can finally upgrade ourselves to unique, get our second ability. Don't be tetanus, don't be tetanus, don't be tetanus, don't be tetanus. Aha! Rusty Piercer. Now, it is important to mention, I have noticed, I took a look at Royal Guard slash Sword Boy a little bit earlier, as Sword Boy. His abilities, besides Swordblade Slash, it seems as though Piercer and Triple Poke will still say that they deal physical damage. This is incorrect, as we will see. Magic. Blue numbers, right? It is just a text error. I'm sure it will get hotfixed out soon. There were a couple of text errors. For example, the ghoul was showing that it had a stack of 50 for its meat chunks. It was actually 30. And if you go back and you watch my champion run, it actually shows that he's a balanced skull, which he wasn't, still isn't. He's definitely speed. Now, he is still basically the exact same boy we've come to know and love. Still deals damage, except the swap-in damage apparently has been boosted. So he does more damage, the bleed does more damage. Everything about this does more damage, and I will say it looks like it definitely does. Except now he has 2 abilities that he can actually make good use of, instead of one strong magic move and then one, you know, whatever move. He can actually use everything in his kit. That's a lot of Sawblade procs off of Infinite Bone right there. Thank you, Infinite Bone, for being great. Swap. I love the swap doing... Look at all this damage, dude. It's so nice. It's so nice. It feels comfortable, you know? It feels comfortable. It's like an old friend. Getting back to my Swordblade Slash runs. It's an old friend, and a good friend, no less. A really good, old, just good friend. Die. Suffer. Perish. All those other buzzwords I like to say. Yeah, suffer! Suffer! They are dying before the extra bleed gets a chance to proc. It still does it, right? Yes, it receives 2 hits of extra damage afterwards, which is fine. Sir, die to the Sawblade. The falling Sawblade is such a fun thing to pull off and do. It's just feels nice, you know, when you come crashing down from up above with a Sawblade on top of their heads. For example, Sawblade. Although I missed this dude behind me. Dudes, please, please. Yes, I was hoping that would hit. Now, crashing sword. Yes, the crashing Sawblade. It cannot be stopped. Okay. We are snowballing here. There's a lot of damage happening. All right. Ooh, get some again. Oh, there's another. No, over this side. Ooh, yeah. Okay, between the Mage's Necklace and the Necromancy, we're turning into a fireball spamming projectile build right now. It's kind of nice. Genie, no thank you. I would love for you to be sacrificed to higher deities so that I can gain access to higher power. Get me to legendary so I can become stupid good. Take this. Take this. Take this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, son. No, swap into that. Poke this. The poke, it's doing so much damage. Like, Rusty Piercer, like, I'm not used to it. I am used to these abilities doing less damage because they don't line up as magic and they're physical. And yet, You can see it over here. The second part, additional damage after a short while, additional magic damage after a short while. Like, the rest of it, it's just good to know that Sword has more than one magic attack now. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Southpaw, for making Sword Boy extra, extra, extra fun. He was already a guilty pleasure. I think it was my very first Guilty Pleasures video, too. Of just, like skulls and builds that I like to do, that I do quite frequently, that I probably should take a break from doing, but no! You can't tell me to stop having fun with my sword. My sword is just so fun. Look at this damage. Sinful. She's alive. Die. How dare you. I thought she'd die from the ticking damage. However, we don't have the legendary saw blade yet. You know, the most powerful saw blade. She teleported straight away? What happened to the second wave? She normally does like 2 line waves. Sometimes she doesn't though. She likes to mix it up here and there. Yeah, let me do some of this to you. There you go, man. Let me hit you with some of this fat damage. Die. Yes, I'm a very evil man in red. Look at big man in the back. Run away, run away. There is something kind of comforting about playing a run like this where I have, it doesn't matter, I'll just take it, I guess. Where I have access to a skull that's received like minor changes, but they're good quality of life changes. Things like Water Skull, Ent Skull, all these others with the massive changes, I've still got to do Gargoyle. I'm kind of nervous about Gargoyle. But even Mummy, like some of these other skulls received between major and minor stuff. It feels good playing one that's only received minor changes, and it's all like easy to digest, normal stuff. It's like, yep, what happened to Sawblade Slash? Got a small nerf, but a cooldown increase. Oh, dude, Forbidden Sword, thank you. I don't need this, but I don't need this. It's not necessary for the build, but whatever, dude, I'll take it. But it's a nice little easy to digest change. It's like, what happened with him? Oh, he just got stronger. They just made everything magic and made him stupid good, and if I was more evil, I would take Flame Flask Alchemist. They didn't even nerf Fire Flask Alchemist. Can you believe it? They did nothing to this build. They did nothing to Flame Flask Alchemist. They didn't even buff the other ones. They just left him there like, yeah, this all works fine. We anticipated that Flame Flask would be the best one. That's why we left it there, you know. Fire Supremacy, you know, all that stuff. I walked at that man like I was going to attack him, and he was already dead. This is disgusting. This is gross, dude. Oh. Dudes are alive. Nah, not anymore, they're not. They're all dead. It's so fun. Just don't do me a favor and don't throw a legendary at me, and this whole run will be just like fun from start to finish. It will just be a good time, you know? We're having a good time. Even Frost Skull didn't get any changes, and I actually really appreciate that he didn't. People were saying that skulls like Frost Skull and maybe even Alchemist will receive nerfs, and much to my delight, it seems as though the majority of these updates are all just buffs, right? Instead of nerfing skulls that already work, that are already fun, don't nerf, buff. They're like, hey, how can we make Ent and Water Skull as fun as something like Sword, or as fun as like riding around on Rider's bike? Like, how can we just do that? And the answer is to give them all really fun new mechanics, and it works, dude. It works so well. I love it. They understand. They get it. It's like, it doesn't have to be about like extreme degrees of balance. We're not like an online game where PvP and other stuff is going to happen. What if we just have fun for the sake of it being fun? And I love that. Like, wait, how about we just have like 50 Sawblade Slash just come out at once? A whole bunch of yep. I just had to stop and do a double take. I just realized that the Archer Girl is called Gunnet or GG Unit. But the return of Mango Lunicus, dude. The return of Mango Lunicus. Yay, we love him. And if only I had some better luck with the Skull Rooms, I'd be at Legendary right now, but that's okay. Getting to Legendary after the Chimera fight is also fine. Do I wish I'd gotten it sooner? Of course. But I will live with this for now. No, die. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I have a blade and fireballs. I'm very angry, very pissed off with you giant things. I'm not really. I love them. They're fun. They're cuddly. They seem cuddly. Oh, yo, ritual stuff! Ritual stuff! Return of the King! Let's ditch this, so... Perfect. The build just keeps getting stronger and stronger. How did that miss everyone? Oh well, whatever. So, the cooldowns on most of these abilities already got reduced in the patch. We've got Infinite Bone, helping to just make it even more spammable. And now we've got a massive cooldown decrease thanks to the ritual stuff. It's quite ridiculous. It's quite ridiculous, but hey, am I gonna complain? No, of course not. I'm just gonna run around and have fun with it. Yo, Rackstar? Is that exactly 110? Of course it is. Let's take Weapon Master. I'm not gonna find anything aggressively magical probably for the next, I don't know, foreseeable seconds, if not minutes. I'm gonna take another Skull Room. If I can get to 130, I'll have enough to get Frost Skull to unique. And the reason for that I would want to do that is just so that Frost Skull gets his second move. It's not a Frost Skull video, but having one ability on Frost Skull is just kind of... Oh, there we go. Perfect. It's something I'd rather fix up. The whole reason also is because I want to do swaps into Sword because his swap in particular got buffed, right? He now does more damage when he swaps in. And I'd like to be able to showcase that by actually swapping back and forth and, you know, playing the game the way that it's meant to be played. I'm gonna summon the Sword Boy. Get blown up. That's also why I feel okay taking this on a magical skull, because it still does good damage either way. Now, Ninja is another one that I've got to do in the future. Of course, it shows up now and not when I actually need to see it, but don't worry. You'll get a Ninja run soon. I've seen all the crazy, fun, cool stuff that Ninja seems to have gotten. Take that. Take the swap. Blow up. Have some of this. Take some of that. Get spikied in the butt. Yep. You guys can bleed and die. You can take that. You can have that. Are we done now? Are we done? Can I get my item and leave? No, I don't want that. Ew! Why would you try and give me that of all things? And now to walk into the Chimera fight and have a jolly good time obliterating this poor thing. Can I get my damage to show up yet? Yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna do some of this, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna activate Weapon Master now while the extra minions spawn in. He's gonna drop poison in front of herself so that I can't be cheeky. We're gonna swap into a Frosty Boy. More roaring. Rawr! I can poke backwards and still hit you in the face though, so how about that? Good damage. Good fun damage. Nothing obscene. Nothing too broken yet. Mostly because we're not legendary, which, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Summon the Quintessence again. Big damage. Saw blade. Saw blade. And it's dead. Ah, comfortable. It's so comfortable. I love these. It's like a warm, snug blanket. It's just so, so nice. Now, everything else that we've got right now is pretty good. Everything's fine. Let's just leave. Don't worry about the Sylphid. I can afford to miss the Sylphid. Now, let's actually get our guy to Legendary. He's a little bit late to the show, but, you know, Act 4 is fine as well. So, still have a 30% chance to inflict bleed. Gain 20% chance to inflict true damage when attacking enemies affected by bleed, which is interesting, because if that was working on bosses, insane. Based on the number of enemies affected by bleed, the crit rate is increased by 40%. When swapping, a storm occurs, deals magical damage, inflicts bleed on attacked targets, and deals 10 true damage for 10 seconds. Sawblade Slash still does everything it did before the big update, except now its cooldown is lower. Damage has been adjusted to match this. Rusty Piercer, still doing big damage, and 4 times magical explosion-y stuff afterwards. Very fun. And now we're going to upgrade Frosty into Unique and gain the Glacial attack. The Ice Shards. Pretty good if we find Mana Bone, actually. If we find Mana Bone, that's going to be really strong, really nice. But for the most part, this run is over. It's a clean walk to the end. It's a fun time waiting to become even more fun as we walk into the next room. Come up to these guys and just start slaying. Soul Blade Slash. And he just dies. Look at that. I can step away. I have the confidence in being able to just step away and watch him die. Which is kind of sad, actually. That you could just walk away and watch this man's life disappear. I did a Rusty in there. Whoa. Boom, take that. Son, get Soul Bladed. Suffer immensely. I'm gonna come over here and there's black steel daggers dropping for me. Okay, really? We can get rid of the assassin dagger for this. So now we have a lot of critical on our side, a lot of big magical damage. The forbidden sword is here as a bit of a dumb meme. I mean, I'll probably keep it until I get to the very end anyway, regardless. You know, there's no real need to get rid of it necessarily, but I mean, if I were to get Mana Bone and I was told, you know, the way that you're going to get to use Mana Bone is to get rid of Kyrian, hiccups are getting me again, then yeah, I'd do it. I'd get rid of Kyrian. I don't need it. Kyrian is not the end-all be-all for a magic build. It's still good for a magic build, don't get me wrong, it works. But is it necessary? Nah, you can live without it. Now, we are at 268 on the Forbidden Sword. This is really good, though, because I'll get it by the time I get to the second adventurer, maybe? Or, sorry, fourth adventurer. I'm forgetting how far in the run we actually are. Let me re-roll this twice and try and find some... Nah, nothing good there. I'm just gonna leave. How about that? Let's just take off. Gargoyle in the shop. Shoutouts to Gargoyle. We'll eventually get to you, my guy. Do not worry too much about it. Let me... Yo, nice mobility. That crashing Soul Blade Slash. Doing big damage. We like to see it. Dude, this is ridiculous. This is actually dumb how much just raw damage this is doing. Can I break through this without having to swap, please? Thank you. Because I really want to... My god. Yo, the statue was bleeding. The totem? The totem was bleeding out. The totem was like, oh my god, he hit me with such a powerful Soul Blade Slash. Even I'm bleeding. You say to yourself, but statue, how are you bleeding? And the statue's like, I don't know. I'm as scared as you are. I'm not supposed to bleed. Poor thing. Come up here. Iceberg, quick swap. The freeze is actually incredible. Like, being able to freeze your opponent before the Soul Blade comes out so that he has no time to retaliate. It's kind of a BM, if anything. It's kind of BM. Boom. I poke you, you die. Summon this wall of... Oh, it's all dead. It's all dead. Do one of these. Hit you up with some of this. Throw some of these out here. If I kill them before they explode, I get the kills for the Kyrian. Yep, there's Kyrian. It's all done. Yay! Kyrian on board. I called it. Did you see how I called that I would get it just before the last adventurer fight? I'm good. Oh, please. I want confirmation that Sorceress Girl exists. Alright? That's all I'm after, is confirmation that she exists in this game, that she is actually here. Because did you even see her starting up that attack? I didn't even see her try and do it. I'll run away. I'll run back and you know what? I'm not gonna run back. I'm just gonna stand here and fight you. I'll stand here and fight you. You're basically gone, lady. There, Soul Blade. Bleed out and die. Waste of my... Come on, dude. I said earlier, don't give me a... Oh, it's got the 2 new moves, Guillotine and Fissure. Come on, man. I'm gonna go over here to this side. Now, we have 3 legendary things in general. The skull and 2 items. Pot of Greed's worth taking, I guess. We'll ditch... I don't really want to ditch the Mage's Necklace. I'll ditch the shoes. The shoes is like the weakest thing we have here, magic-wise. Oh, pain. Pain. At least we've got the 60% from the Pot of Greed. That's compensation, right? That's decent. Why did I'm like, I'll do a Rusty Poker right here. It's like, yeah, but you're gonna travel straight into that attack, dude. Nah, apparently in my brain, I'm like, nah, I'll be fine. That was a lot more damage than I expected to come out from that Quintessence right there. Son. Son. Okay, calm down, calm down, calm down. There's a lot more damage on me, too. Oh, did it kill everything? It killed everything. Damn. Okay, Weapon Master was pissed. Attack speed boost. Pointless. I'm all about that magic. Oh, Hope Slasher. Yuck, dude. No. It's okay, though. After the... Really? That was way faster than I thought it was going to be. After all the luck we've had so far, I'm okay with Hope Slasher showing up. Just to humble the run a little bit, you know? And be all like, yeah, it's not rigged. See? See? If it was rigged, would this happen? Exactly. You can't even argue it with me. You can't argue it. Come up here. Do I get to see another shop? I think I do, right? I see one more shop before we get to Joan. I'm trying to recall if we even do. I'll just throw these at you. Look at the resets, dude! Didn't run out at all. Go ahead and summon your statues. I will then do this, and it will all die. Wow. No. If I can make you die... There we go. Kill him before he gets the summon. Freezing effects are so nice when they want to work. Of course, Prisoner is here. Shoutouts to Prisoner not being touched in the update. He is left as a king. As a god above gods. Oh, start of the air. I'm only on 3 tactics. It's not worth taking. I'm looking for the mana bone, to be completely honest with you, but I'm not going to find it here, am I? Let's grab a drink. I've been allowed to be too injured while racing through here. Let's grab a drink. Let's grab a drink, throw some of these attacks out. Get kind of mean with it. Let's get mean with it. Let's bully dudes. There we go. Look at that. They all die. And then they all died. And then he died. There we go. It's pretty simple. There's extra spawns behind. Dude, the fact that these extra spawns are back here and that they show up at this particular timing, it always gets me, except when it doesn't. But it mostly, almost all the time, kind of gets me. I was crossing my fingers for Nether Mana Suppressor. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. Would have had it, dude. That would have been it. That would have been it. But no. You know what is it, though? Die. 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 Die again. Die some more. Die. You've been hit by the Soulblade Slash. You are as good as dead. Now, see this big guy here? Soulblade Slash. You are dead. Walk away. I mean, yes, he got hit with the poker as well. I didn't think the Rusty Piercer would actually hit him. But it did. Get hit with that rusty damage. Swap out into Frosty Boy Skull. Dip and dip forward a little bit. Let's go. Joan's gonna be quick and easy. I'm not too worried about this. Joan's gonna be very quick and easy. Now, all I really have to do is not be dumb. Which is, you know, that's a mood for me, right? Just don't be dumb. Hit him with all this stuff. Throw one of these out. Throw one of those out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big damage. Big, stupid damage. Sawblade, poker. Yep. 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 It's everything that you could have dreamed for. Big, stupid, magical damage. Woo! Easy. Easy money. Jump up here. Slash. I can't even... Dude, I can't even see what is going on down there. Alright. Let me drop down here, do some of this, swap into that. Where'd you go, lady? Let me just stand here real quick. There we go. Oh no, the orb touched me. I was working on a hitless Joan. And then she brought the orb in close. Okay, now I got hit there. That, whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She's dead. She's so done. I was working on a hitless Joan for a second there. I've already got the achievement. I'm not worried about it. The scriptures, one of the most useless items in the game, not because it's a bad effect, but because of when you get it. There's simply no time to capitalize on it and really make use besides the hero fight. And the hero runs around the screen so much that you never really get time for it to do anything. It doesn't live long enough to do much. It's a shame because it's a cool idea. Maybe we'll see an adjustment. Dude, even the Rusty Pierce's damage over time effect is powerful. And it only hits half the number of times. But anyway, moving in here to the shop. Am I going to see? Of course I'm not going to see it. Why would I see it? I'm not going to see it. I just want to see my mana bone. Can I see my... Fine. Fine. Keep it captive. Keep it captive. I don't care. I have plenty of other broken things. Like my Frost Skull being here as moral support. Yeah. The greatest of moral supports. The Frosty Boy Skull. Now... I know that it's not, like, the newest run that there is, but it is a good way to show off that Sword Skull has remained stupid good, and now that he's got all magic attacks, it's amazing. People were saying, you know, Sword Skull getting all magic is silly because his basic attack is still physical. It doesn't even matter. Like, you see this, it doesn't actually matter. In the same way that it never used to matter before the update, and all you needed was Swordblade Slash anyway. Doesn't matter. But I've missed my chance to say thank you very much for being here, for watching, for being a part of this most casual Swordblade Slash runs. I'm going to do my best to try and get some of the other new things out there, some mummy action. I've got to get some gargoyle action going, and I need to get those other legendaries earlier on in the run so that I can show off what they're all about as much as I possibly can. Since I was not expecting... Yo, that's 4 Swordblade Slashes! I was not expecting them to get updates at all. But they did. 1, 2, 3 Swordblade Slashes. Busted. Damn the hitbox on your attack, Daddy-O. Damn the hitbox on your attack. Get slashed. Ah. Of course you do. Dash. Blah, 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 dash. I can't charge my icicle shots yet. Makes me sad. No. Oh, that's a dumb thing for you to do. Sit still long enough for me to get these into you. There you go. Have some of that further. Transformation. I am even yellower now. 1, 2 saw blades, 2 pierces. This is good. Saw blade, saw blade. I can't see what he's doing. He's doing something though. Saw blade, piercer, dash throughs, do a quick swap. Throw some of this, activate the swords, dash out the way. Swap, saw blade, piercer. Avoid the tackle. Avoid, oh no, no, what? I was facing the wrong way. I meant to, no. Face the wrong way, get hit anyway, idiot. Can I reach with this? I can kind of reach with that. That's pretty good. Dude, I don't care. I'm just going to walk into the damage. I am just going to move in here. Sword blade hits him. Poker to the face. Whoa! Whoa! We took him down as he was transitioning into this attack. It's stuck there. Yo, look at the framing. Oh, the sword actually goes underground. I've never seen that before. The sword isn't just cut off at the base of the ground. It actually goes through. It's a full model. That's pretty cool, dude. I've never seen that. Sick. If you know me, then you know I don't care about losing my first life here. Like, we have this life for a reason. I don't care, dude. Saw blade, saw blade. Bleed out. So much bleeding. Die. Be done. We're done. Saw blade run. What is it, like 4.0, 5.0? Complete! Once again, Swordblade Slash Magic Sword run, except this time, I think it's fair to say that the guilty pleasure isn't even the Swordblade Slash. In the future, I kinda want to do a sword run where I don't have Swordblade, and I use, say, the Triple Poke and the Rusty Piercer, just to see if it's as good as it sounds, having the other abilities be magic and now doing a full magic build without the Swordblade? But who knows, in the future, we'll see what happens. But with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here. I hope you have enjoyed seeing the sword renewed and reformed and even more powerful in the new update. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one.